so hard to film. There's so many people. I'm at a field right now and everyone's like having a picnic. But anyway, I'm Stephanie and today I wanted to make a video, something different. I think a lot of you guys can already guess what I'm going to be talking about, but today I want to share with you guys my story with anorexia and bulimia. I was a little hesitant about making this video because it's really personal and it's really nerve-wracking, but without further ado, let's jump right into it. So it all started out when I was 15 and I moved to Japan. Before I moved to Japan, I was really healthy. I was pretty skinny, but like healthy skinny, you know, and I ate everything that I wanted to, and I was in the volleyball and basketball team. Yeah, I was basically like a really healthy girl. But when I was 15, December of 2009, when I moved to Japan, I didn't know the language and I didn't have any friends. It was really hard for me to make friends because I didn't know how to communicate with people. And it was winter too, and it was Christmas season. Like I moved in the beginning of December, so I guess since I didn't have anything else to do, might as well eat good food, right? And my mom, to make me and my sisters feel better, my mom would like cook us a whole bunch of good Japanese dishes. And if you guys try Japanese food, you know how good it is. Basically what we did was just eat, and within 3 months I ended up gaining about 5 pounds. Now that's not a lot at all, but coming from a person that's always been on a healthy like weight, and I'd never gained that much weight before, so I was on panic mode. I felt like such a failure. I mean, I didn't have any friends, I was gaining weight, and so then at first it started out by skipping meals and then cut out all snacks, and then cut out all carbs, and then oil, and yeah, it escalated and escalated. And every pound I lost, I felt like it was such a huge accomplishment. And there was a point where I literally, like for breakfast, because I would cut out all like sugar and carbs and oil, right? So for breakfast I would have like maybe a carrot, and for lunch my mom would make us little bento boxes, and I only ate half of that, and then the other half I would have it for dinner. So my portions were really small. And I realized not only did I lose weight and it felt good, but also I realized I didn't have the strength to cry because I didn't have energy, because I didn't have any food in my body. And I used to cry every single night because I missed the States so much and I had no social life basically, so just cried. When I was that hungry, all I could think of was, as soon as I got home, I just went to bed because I didn't have the strength to do anything. I didn't even have the strength to cry, which also felt good for me. So yeah, this continued for a long time. Within 8 months, after 8 months of doing this, I lost about 35 pounds, which is a lot for my little frame. I mean, I'm pretty tall for an Asian. I think I'm 5'2", and I was already at a healthy BMI, and I lost 35 pounds. And yeah, basically there was nothing left of me except bones and skin. All I thought about was food. It was crazy. So I had no social life whatsoever. I was suicidal. I mean, I think you guys could have guessed, but I was pretty suicidal, and I was always fighting with my sisters and my family because yeah, I was just not at a happy place. I remember at this point I had no strength to even laugh, so I thought there was no point in my life. I know that I was a little thin, so even though I tried to eat healthy, it got to the point where my body just functions itself to lose weight. So even if I ate more than usual, I would still lose weight, and I got so scared at one point. Even though I couldn't commit suicide, I mean, I tried multiple times, but it didn't work because I was too scared. I came to the realization that maybe my anorexia will eventually kill me. I was really thin and I couldn't help but to lose weight, so I decided to write a will to my sister, and I gave it to her because I really thought I was gonna die. But what opened my eyes was that summer, the reason why I wanted to lose weight, and I'm pretty sure most of you girls do too, is so you look good in your summer clothes, right? But that summer I realized I was too embarrassed to wear even short sleeves. I was so self-conscious. I was always wearing long pants and long like sleeves even in the summer, and this is saying a lot because Japanese people are skinny, but every time I walk somewhere I would get stares, and like people would point at me and say stuff like, wow, she's so skinny, oh my god, so skinny, oh my. that was a huge eye-opener for me. And also another eye-opener was I used to have swimming classes in school, and when I wore my swimsuit, I realized how thin I was, how disgustingly thin I was. I didn't want to swim either. I had a really low self-esteem, and everyone was staring, and of course everyone was worried. Yeah, that's when I realized I really have to gain weight. I remember sitting on the floor and my butt would hurt because it had no fat to, support me when I'm sitting on the concrete floor and by the swimming pool. So that's when I decided my first attempt to try eating, and that attempt was potato chips. I didn't eat a lot. I remember eating about maybe 3 to 5 somewhere, like just 3 to 5 chips, and I threw every single chip up. I don't know why. My body just couldn't handle it, and I just threw it up. So then I just decided to eat healthy food instead and try to gain weight through healthy food, but I wasn't putting any oil in them. Like, I just literally ate like carrots or something like that, and it was taking a really long time for me to gain weight. And my family was saying, like, the reason why you're not gaining weight is because you're only eating healthy food with no fat in it. So then that really made me upset, because I thought that I was doing my hardest to become healthy again, but apparently I wasn't. So I just started to, I don't know, since potato chips was too much because I threw every single one of them up, I moved on to cashews, like nuts. And I remember eating 5 nuts and I felt it coming out. So then I thought, maybe if I do push-ups, maybe if I use the energy right away, it'll stay in my body. So I started doing push-ups like crazy. But needless to say, after I was done with it, I threw up every single cashew too, and I lost even more weight at this time. So I don't know, I was just hopeless by this point. I just threw up every single thing I was eating. But I was still desperate to gain weight. So plan B in my head was to eat a lot of food. It was just to binge, just eat, because I just wanted to gain weight. I remember there was a point I was eating at my dinner table just crying because I couldn't handle it, but I just ate and ate because I wanted to show my family that I'm trying. The reason why I ate so much instead of normal portions is because I knew I was gonna throw it all up. But the more food I ate, the more chances that some food will stay in my body. So I just binged. I just stuffed myself until my stomach got rock hard. And yeah, at this point I was still throwing up, but I only threw up half of the food I ate, so the other half just stayed in my body, not being able to digest properly. So I was always gassy, and I always felt crappy, obviously. I mean, I think you guys could imagine. I asked my parents to bring me to a therapist, or I don't know, some counseling, I don't know, some help. I wanted some help, but Asian parents, they are so prideful, I'm telling you. My parents, they didn't want me to get any medical help because that would put it out there that I do have a problem, that their daughter does have a problem, and they didn't want to do that. So they said, honey, we ain't bringing you anywhere, you're overcoming this yourself. So I ended up just binging and throwing up for about a year. And yeah, my weight did catch up, and I became the weight that I started out with, but I was still binging, and I was so scared because of, like, I just couldn't stop my binging habits. They just became habits, and I felt crappy all the time. All of my clothes started to become really tight, and nothing started to fit. And I used to wear a mask to school because I didn't want anyone to see my face, because I felt like I was really ugly and worthless and fat. And I ended up gaining 35 pounds more than my original weight. So from my lowest to my highest weight, I gained about 70 pounds, which felt crappy, so crappy, because yeah, it's horrible. What helped me change was when I finally entered university, and the meal plans in Japan, they're actually really healthy. So I just followed the meal plan, ate with friends, and my metabolism got a lot faster. And yeah, that's how I kind of overcame my eating disorder, my bulimia. I didn't lose that much weight, but at least my binging habits ended, and I felt so much healthier and happier. So yeah, that's how I overcame my eating disorder. Like, I mean, I did binge once in a while, but compared to when I was back home, it was not bad at all. So I was really lucky that I was able to enter university. Yeah, that's my story with anorexia and bulimia. And the reason why I was a little hesitant to make this video is because I felt like everyone who made these videos, they were so like perfect and pretty, and you know, I'm still on the chubby side. I still haven't reached my original weight that I started out with. For the longest time, the fat that I still like have on me right now was a representation of my failures, that I couldn't overcome my eating disorders 100%. I hated my body. Like, I used to always wear just like baggy clothes and everything, but I came to the realization recently that even if you feel crappy about being in this own skin, it's not going to change anything, right? Whether you like it or not, whether I like it or not, I'm still going to be in this skin. I think you guys have heard of this before, but if I couldn't change the situation, I had to change my attitude. So instead of looking at my fat as, I don't know, failure, some people might like my chub, who knows? You know, I'm just gonna love myself for the time being. I mean, I'm gonna still try to lose weight. I'm not gonna do it the crazy way, but as of now, I'm just trying to eat as healthy as I can and work out. If you guys are going through the same thing as me, or you need someone to talk to, I know what you've been through, okay, you guys? And I just wanted to help. And so just send me an email. I'll leave an email at the description box below. But before I end this video, I want to also say that even though you might not be at a comfortable place right now, and it's going to be really hard, but the person that could help yourself the most is yourself. I learned this the hard way. You have to learn to respect yourself and love yourself, even though if it's hard at first. Because, you know, think about it. How are you going to expect other people to love you and respect you if you're not even doing it for yourself? Just stop abusing yourself and love yourself first in order to overcome anorexia and bulimia. I mean, you're gonna fail. You're gonna fail so many times trying. I mean, I've been failing for the past 6 years, and I'm still on my journey to become, I don't know, to get the body that I want. I mean, you guys could seek help, of course, email me and stuff, but the person that could help you most is just changing yourself, okay? Just force yourself to love yourself and respect yourself and do something nice for yourself, even if you don't think you deserve it. Because you know what? I'm here to tell you that you guys do deserve it. All of you guys deserve to have a happy life. No one deserves to have anorexia or bulimia or suffer with eating disorders. You guys just do yourself a favor and love yourself. Just tell yourself you're worth something, even though you are probably going to fail the first couple times, or the first, I don't know if it's, you guys are gonna do the same thing as me, the first 5 years, I guess. Just don't give up. Just continue to love yourself, because eventually you're going to win the fight, okay? Stay safe, everybody. Stay happy, and yeah, thanks for watching and hearing my story.